Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining Crystal and Misha do reality reviews. How is everyone doing tonight? Hey, Misha, and happy Easter, y'all. Happy Easter.
Yes, happy Easter, everyone. Thank y'all for joining us on Easter Sunday. Whew,
Hey,
it's
Sharon.
been a
Hey,
been
Kimberly.
a
How are you guys?
weekend.
You know
Yeah.
what?
Hey, Kimberly.
Before we get started, tomorrow is Miss Misha's birthday. So throw some gold hearts in the chat. Throw some, I don't know, we got some makeup brushes or do we got something in the
You are silly.
She hates when I do that. But like, yeah, show Miss Misa some love. She has had a crazy week, but we are
Yeah.
happy to be here with y'all. So, yes. So hopefully she gets a little chance to celebrate. Yes. Hey, high vibes.
Hey,
Yes.
high vibes. Hey,
She is.
Sharon. Thank
Yes.
y'all for joining us. If y'all are just coming in, say hi in the chat so we can say hi back. We are so thankful for you
Yes.
guys joining us. Hey, Marcella. Thank you.
Thank
Happy
you.
Easter.
Yes. Happy Resurrection Day. Yes. Okay, y'all, let's get it going. It's getting going. Apparently, I'm having mouse control issues because my thing it keeps speeding up to the spot that I don't want it to get to. Yes. So see, it did it again. I don't know why it's doing that, yo. So we are actually going to start here with Joy and Uncle. I don't remember his name. Sorry. Why is it doing that, Misha?
I don't.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep it here.
Was it Uncle Earl? We'll just call him. I feel like everybody got an Uncle
He
Earl.
actually looks like an Uncle Earl. We're gonna just keep it right here, Uncle Earl. So they were having a conversation. I actually liked Uncle Earl, and I think the aunt. She was asking him good questions. She was really paying attention to.
Girl, Crystal,
I
get
don't
it.
know what's going on with my mouse. I don't know what. Let me. You know what, y'all know what scene it's on. Hold on a second. I'm gonna try to remove it.
Hey, Erica. Hey, Jay Antoinette. Hi, Lola. Hi, Patricia. Thank y'all for joining us. Hey, Queen of the South.
I am apparently having screen share issues, y'all. Sorry about this
You want
one.
me to share?
Let me try. Let me try
Let
something.
me try pulling it. Sorry, y'all. Bear with us. We'll have it up
I don't. It's just like bouncing
momentarily.
around. My screen is bouncing around. I want to keep it on the slide. The
I'm
right.
in. I'll pull it up. Give me one
I'm on.
second.
I know I'm on presentation.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And I'll just do this. Yeah. So,
There we go.
hey Lola. Again, y'all. Happy birthday to Misha. She is turning 21 again. 21 again. So
So,
this is
what were
Uncle
your
Phil.
thoughts, Crystal? What do you think about this
I
introduction?
I liked it. I thought it was a perfectly nice dinner. Now we find out that she works in Mexico 6 months out of the year singing, and she's going to be going back to Mexico soon. And you know, it's so interesting because I was on another round last night, and Sean brought up a good point. So she's been doing, what do you call it, Ready to Love right now, and their season is what, about 3 months, let's say, with
Yeah, 2.5, 3 months.
yeah, 2.5, 3 months, right? And so what, in the next 2 to 3 months, she's going back to Mexico. So we know that her and Clifton have made a solid connection. So outside of this show, they have another 3 months together until, off screen. So I think that is something to really talk about and see if they can last outside of this. I liked her. She's her question or her answer about the kids, and we know that she doesn't have kids, but he has two kids. That didn't She didn't shy away from that, and she I don't think she shied away from it. So, and I mean, it was a perfectly nice dinner.
It was nice. It gave very much like cookout vibes. Like it didn't even feel like formal or awkward, which I
Right.
liked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that we are just finding this out. Like maybe Clifton already knew,
Right.
but to like as a viewer to kind of get hit with this, it's like, oh damn. Well,
And I
like
definitely got the impression. I got that impression that he knew, but we're just
yeah,
finding out now.
yes.
So
But then that makes me wonder because he did mention his insecurities with his past and not liking his partners being like close with the ex. And so I'm like, will he be one of those that starts accusing her of cheating or feels insecure about little things? I had someone like that where we
mm-hmm.
were fine when we were in the same city. As soon is he had to travel for work or something, and then all the insecurities would come out.
Yes.
So I think Joy can handle it, of course, because she's used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But Clifton, I'm hoping he can handle it as well.
And I have a best friend that she travels for work, and her boyfriend, he comes to visit, not all the time, but when
Right,
they first
Clifton
got
can
together,
visit.
yeah, he can visit. I
Well, I'm
mean, not all
I'm
the
thinking from
time.
California. I'm like, that ain't that far, but it might be
It is
farther from
Mexico.
Texas.
It
So
is Mexico, and he does. I think he has a 16-year-old and a 3-year-old that he has
yeah.
in a far gap, right? So, I mean, it's not going to be often, but he can start to visit and start to really try to get the relationship on good standing. So, I mean, I don't think this is so bad. I think that he also has already thought about this. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully, but I did like their connection. I thought it was sweet when she got emotional. I think it shows like she really cares.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm just waiting to see. I'm waiting to see what all happens with that.
Hey, Mr. Mita Joe. Hey. Ooh, okay. Okay, first of all, before you go, I have to say, I'm going to turn this around, but I did not like Donovan's looking down, his posture, his whole thing. I definitely, that these scenes are edited, but it's almost like he said what he had to say, then he just sat there like this.
I
So,
don't mind it. Listen, Donovan is my spirit animal.
but
That's like I could pick up on the irritation
yeah,
episodes ago. I saw that he was irritated with Sabrina. So I'm cool with it. I feel like he
but
is so calm and collected. So I feel like this behavior means that something was done. Something was said, whether we've seen it or not. That's just my take on it. I just feel like Sabrina, she throwing
right.
a rock and hiding her hand at this point.
She's doing all of that. We're going to talk about Demetria in a minute, but it was the actual posture, it was the actual his whole demeanor. But I agree with you about how Donovan moved and how Donovan was just like, I'm not here for your games. I don't, I see right through you. And I just think that he was not trying to hear it anymore. So I just and she was like, so why'd you call this? So why'd you call me here? So what's up? Donovan is just acting like a baby. And I was like, girl, you don't even do you have a mirror in your house? So yeah. I liked what he said. I didn't have a problem with the way he said. I was just like, Donovan, put your back straight. You talking
He's fed up. I really wonder if he's an Aries.
Like, put your back
He
straight.
might be an
Oh, no.
Aries.
I totally think he is.
He might be an Aries. We don't
Yeah.
we can't fake the fun. If we don't like it,
Mhm.
if we're done, we're done. And it's like we're easily turned off as well. And I could
Mhm.
see where he was like strike one, strike two, strike three with Sabrina. So
Yeah.
I could see he was already getting fed up. So I expected him to come in like this. And
I just wanted him to put his back straight and just to put his head up. But I agree with you. Y'all always talk about my
he's still
facial
fine either
expressions.
way.
Oh no,
Back
he's very
straight or
handsome.
not, he's still
Him
fine.
and I was like, Popo, why didn't your brother come instead of you? But we'll talk about that in a second. But yes, Donovan, I definitely think he's here. I was like, y'all always talk about my facial expression. I can't hide it. I can't hide it. So yes, he's definitely. I definitely thought, oh, is he an Aquarius? Is he a water sign?
Happy belated birthday, Patricia.
Happy belated birthday.
But yeah, I just, what did you think? Because I just feel like the whole Donovan is mad because I didn't pick him, because I didn't make the
No,
decision. And I'm like, I feel like it's more than that. Even the last
you
episode when he was like, she came at me.
right.
There's like a lot we're not seeing. And I feel like it's real convenient for her to play the whole, well, we're dating. I can have multiple connections. I can, like, it's very easy. But at some point, you got to make a decision. You got to pick a side.
Absolutely. So you already said it a couple weeks ago. Donovan saw how she was acting with how, how she was leaning into Demetrius at the little retreat, right? And then they're talking and
He
she's
was
like, oh,
studying
well, you
her.
could, yeah, he was studying it, right? And then the next week, oh, well, you could be the next to go home, So she's been he's just not liking the way she's moving, and he's not gonna play her games. I agree with Donna. Like he's not playing her games. And her calling him a baby. I've said that I've been saying this for weeks, y'all. Oh my God, I'm getting
What
kind of
is baby about him?
mm-mm.
Like, if
Sorry,
anyone was a baby, it was Tori.
y'all. Well, okay,
Hmm.
Sabrina. I
Come
said
at me,
it
Jeremy or Monique.
weeks ago that what's her name? What's her name? Sabrina has leaned into Kyra vibes. She's just like, this is a game. I'm dating. I
Oh,
now we see at the end. You know what? I'm choosing me. I'm choosing me at the end. This girl, she don't, and then now it's three guys that you have an issue with that you have not made a decision about. And then she's smooth, let Paul down. Like, but we knew that was a no go anyway. But all three of these guys, you find some issue with them. Mm, no, Don, I agree with Donovan. Mm-mm.
listen.
Aquarius is a water sign. My mother's an Aquarius.
I don't know
It's
the
in the air.
difference. I only know about fire signs.
I know we're fire, but now you got me thinking. Now I'm distracted. So
But yeah, what did you think about this Pio and Dakia scene?
this is
Oh,
not really a thing. They're trying to hang on until the end. So I'm sorry. As far as the date, I was like, okay, this is cute. But what
no, it
he
wasn't a
said,
date. It was not a date. It was let me call you before you cancel our connection and you
exactly,
self-eliminate. Let
exactly.
me
This was
keep
not
you
a date.
hanging on. That's what it was. It was a
This is not
meetup.
a
It
thing.
was not no date.
But it's so funny. Let me just clarify. I just really want to clarify what was said at the little get together the other day. I really just want to clarify what I said to Carmen was. And so the way he said it, the way he said that it was phrased, I believe him. He said that, but just like what did Carmen do to Donovan? She said Sabrina's a really good girl, but I'm a really good woman. And so you saw how Paul explained what he said to
I still
yeah,
don't believe nothing Paul said.
I
I
think
I
he said
stand
it,
by
but I
Carmen.
think
She
that
might have been, her
hello,
delivery was messy,
she
but I
was
do
messy.
believe that he's been kind of just like he came to the Kia with this whole "you are every woman"
Oh, but he
speech,
keeps doing it.
and
He's
you
had
are a
a lot.
strong black woman. I feel like he was going to
So
Carmen and doing the same thing, like
y'all
trying
know
to, like, put them against each other. It was kind of putting them against each other in a secret way, because he's going to each one kind of like, you're better than every other woman here,
Paul is
basically.
full of one-liners, y'all. Paul is full of one-liners. He just thinks that, if I slip this in there, that's how I'll get her. I'll get her with this.
Right.
I'll get her with the PO. So he just wants to say these one-liners, but I do think that he
Them
said it.
Pinterest
And
poems ain't, no,
he
no.
said it, but she put a little extra on it. He definitely said it.
He
So,
said it.
and then he what is it she alluded to? Well, he said it about one of his dates. He didn't say it about the Kia. Oh, please. Oh, please. But I
He
also
said
think
everything Whatever Carmen say, he said it. That's
Mhm.
it.
That is so funny. All right. Yeah, I just think that they're just trying to hold on till the end. Let's just hold on to the end. Let's just ride this out. This is really not a thing.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
I'm sitting here
I'm usually
staring.
running the board, y'all. It's okay. I like. Is this number 4?
I think so.
I like the mom. The mom reminds me of my mother. She is so funny. And Donovan, it seemed like all his life he's been saying, "Calm down, mom. Just relax, mom." Like he's been doing that whole
The
thing.
mom, when she pulled out her phone and said, "Give me your phone number," I was
Yes.
dying. That was hilarious.
That
I
was
like their
hilarious.
relationship. I think they have a very cute like mom and son relationship, but you
Absolutely.
see the boundaries.
Oh yeah.
That's what I like. Wouldn't say he might be a mama's boy, but he has boundaries with her. Like, nah, you're not gonna
He
cross that
knows.
line. You're gonna stay over here. Like,
He knows
you
his
can
mother
answer the
is a
questions
lot.
I ask you, but stay over there.
He knows his mother is a lot, and he knows and I feel like he's been making those excuses, or he's been telling people that, okay, now, or bracing people, or like all his life, my mother's a lot. But I have to say about Carmen in this scene, I said, I wonder, see how not reserved she was, but we saw a different side of Carmen. And I don't even like saying the softer side of Carmen, but we just saw a different
Girl,
side
I
of
don't
her.
think that was Carmen.
Yeah, well, that's
That
what I was about to say. Do
she
you think
came in there dressed like secretary of the
yeah,
treasury board of the First Baptist Church
with the
ever
jacket on,
created.
and then the
I
girl
was,
was hidden?
I said, is that a peacock?
Girl,
What is it?
we have not seen that
That
girl
was not
hidden all
Carmen.
season.
That was not Carmen. She
Wait, wait,
knew.
wait, wait, wait.
She look. She covered the titties up. She knew I'm meeting
Pull
the
the hair,
mama.
now
I
she
need to
pulled the
present
hair back.
myself a certain way. That was not Carmen. I was like,
Y'all,
what
she
board
had
is
the
she
hair back.
on?
She pulled the hair back, and then she got the jacket on, and then the girls weren't showing.
I
Wow.
said, huh?
We saw a
She knew what
different
she was
side of
doing.
Carmen. Mm-hmm.
She knew she was a transport.
A transport. That is so funny. Yes. Carmen was a transformer.
She was like a male player because you know the male players they bring the flowers for the mom or when they're trying to impress. She brought the flowers for the mom. Like I peep
Wait a
Carmen.
minute.
I peep Carmen.
Did she? Okay, she brought the flower. I expected her to bring flower. I expected her to bring something for the mother. Carmen, just who she is. But I feel like, did she
Very
bring
much.
Donovan flowers?
She's calculated.
Did
She's
she bring?
strategic. She came in there with
Oh,
the
she's very
plan.
strategic.
She said, I'm going to sit back, bat my eyes. She barely said 5 words. How many scenes
No,
have we seen her in where she only said 5
but
words?
but
She came in there with
she didn't have
strategy.
to.
Carmen knew what she was doing.
She didn't have to. It was almost like overtaken. It was almost like a popo conversation. That mother was all energy. She didn't have to. The mother was like, "Do you want to hear stories about him as a child? Do you want to hear how I had to discipline him?" That mother was all she said, "I don't know. I want to hear stories." Carmen just had to sit back and listen at that point. That she didn't have to say anything. But I liked the mom. I thought the mom was really sweet.
She was fun. I want to hear the stories too.
I know. And I actually liked her questions. She asked, well, what do you teach your son and stuff like that. So I do wonder what we missed, what was edited, because I did like the mom.
Very true.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
Lord.
Oh, God.
So Sabrina says she don't want to meet Demetrius's family. She don't want to take his last name. Come on, Crystal, shoot it up. Shoot it up.
Oh my God! Now y'all,
Bang bang.
let me bang bang. Y'all, I need to take a drink. I get tongue tied. Y'all gonna start teasing me. Sabrina, you were saying, Carmen, this girl is strategy. This girl is a trip. So, what was it? 2 episodes ago, you mad because Donovan, you wanted him to put on for you. You wanted him to say how much he cares about you. You wanted him to do all of these gestures. And I agree with you on one thing, though. Don't wait for me to say I'm interested, or don't wait for all the other guys to fall off for you now to be interested. So, and that's something I think it's who is what's his name? Tyrone always says this is a typical guy in DC. He won't do anything until the woman does all it does it, and now he wants to do something. But she put her eggs in that Demetrius basket. She absolutely did, and now she doesn't want to meet the parents because they're not in the right space yet. Um, and she's like, "You really have a problem with submission?" He said, "But we talked about this. Why are we bringing this up again?" And she's like, "Well, what if I want to keep my own? What if I want to keep my name?" Well, then that's a discussion. That's a discussion we can't have. It didn't sound like he was opposed to it, but he said it did sound like he was surprised that she didn't want to take his name if they get married. But he said, "Well, that's a discussion we can have. There are reasons why people don't want to take your husband's name. I will take my husband's name. I'm not dedicated to my last name, but and for another reason, but to me, if you're the only girl in the if your father has a house full of girls, or there's several reasons why some people don't take their husband's name. She had no reason. I feel like she just wanted to be combative. I think that it seems like every guy, she has found something wrong with each one of them. So the submission thing is still sticking in her craw, right? The not taking your man's name. With Donovan, it was something else. It was that I guess he didn't fight her. And then with Tori, it was when met with the competition, he fell short. So Demetrius, you wanted Demetrius to do what Tori was already doing. You didn't like Tori. We'll give you that. You weren't attracted. You like Tori, but you were interested and attracted to Demetrius. And then Donovan comes along and you're sexually attracted to Donovan. He throws a wrench in your game. So now all of these guys, and what did I tell you guys last week? She was going to be all choiced out. I remember saying that. She did, okay, you got this choice. Okay, Kyra, you got this choice. You got that choice, Kyra. You got another choice, Kyra. Make your choice. She said, I don't think I want to meet your parents. I just wish we were further along. I don't want to meet your people. And I just, there's some fundamental differences in how we think and how we move. Girl, it's always going to be something. I honestly think that she was one of the major ones that wasn't ready to love. And we're going to get into her exit next. But this girl's a trip. These guys are big babies, apparently. They're all, but you've only been divorced 5 months. And bringing up her ex when you're talking to a guy that you're interested in, that's a major faux pas. So you're still dedicated to whatever was going on with your previous relationship. That's my piece.
I feel like she's playing games. Because why even entertain a conversation about changing your last name when you haven't even got commitment out of this man? Right. And you don't want to meet his parents. So why are you sitting there talking about if we were married? What was the point in that? And her lighting up, giggling like she is right here. What was the point of that? If you don't think you're ready, you're not in the place you want to be, you're not in the place that you want to present to his family. And I'm like, girl,
Sabrina is absolutely playing the game. She's absolutely playing the game.
She's such a hypocrite because you came at Donovan because you felt like he wasn't serious, he wasn't going to be committed and all this stuff. But you sat there and told Tori's friend that you don't want to rush into anything. Yeah. Now you're sitting here telling Demetrius that you don't want to meet his parents. And it's like,
she doesn't know what she wants.
You're accusing Donovan of you're doing. So yes. She's playing games.
She's playing games. She doesn't know what she wants. Like you just said, she told Tori's friend one thing, and then you get to Demetrius and you harp on submission and you harp on something. You haven't even been on more than 3 dates with this man. As a matter of fact, have you even been on 2 dates with this man? So why are you even bringing that up? She just, she is playing games. I'm telling you, oh, I got this choice and I got that choice. Oh, I'm just gonna, and you wanted him. What was it at the retreat? They're sitting there holding hands. Oh, I'll just kiss you on the cheek. You and I are so much alike. What did she say? They're both like to play coy. I really need him to put that effort in. I really need him to let me know that he's interested. But you're sitting on the man's lap in the spa, in the jacuzzi. So now that he's put that effort in, now you're pulling back. Miss me.
I agree with Joy. Oh, this was bars. She said Sabrina is a pretty package, but not such a wonderful gift. She totally played everyone. When I think of Sabrina, I think of myself and how in dating you have a good first date.
Mhm.
Like when you're on that first date, the person is saying all the right things, they're funny, the conversation's flowing, and you kind of interpret that like, oh yeah, we should keep going, or they're ready for commitment. But the red flags start going and you kind of ignore them because, oh, we had a good first date. And that's what I think Sabrina did with these men. That first initial conversation, she gave it her all.
But that
Then these men are like, okay, I like her. Let me start like putting effort. Let me try to start getting her time. Then it was like, I don't want anything too serious. I just want to take things slow. I just got divorced.
Mhm.
And I'm like, girl,
and
she's
then
playing.
and then
She's
with
playing.
remember with Donovan, she kept saying stuff like, I'm not sure that he's ready for a commitment so soon after his divorce. Remember? Have you
Monique.
But remember what she was saying to Donovan? He was like, is he ready for a commitment after his divorce? Is he ready for that's what she was saying at the
Right,
retreat with Donovan.
right.
So, girl, what are you talking about? It's always going to be something with you. So, she's playing games. I've
Not
been
true.
telling y'all for weeks that Sabrina was with the shenanigans, shaking my head. How are you ladies doing this Easter? But yeah, she's just
Hey,
she's on
Jonesy
the
girl.
Hey Jonesy.
Let's keep moving
I do
on.
think that she was smooth with it though, like because of the pretty package, people were just like falling right into it. Okay, there's Kellen. Okay, he's with another guy and Dakia.
I'm mad at Takia. Why did she wait all the way until she met the brother to say, I feel like we're just trying to force a connection at this point. I think that we're better off as friends. I feel like I'm like, girl,
Yeah.
we've been seeing that since he was on the lake reading not Maya Maya Angelou poems. We've been seeing that. So I was
I'm
like,
consulting Maya Angelou. She's my favorite. But yes, yeah. Oh my gosh, this was a waste of our time. Really, it really was a waste of our time.
it
Um,
was.
it was a cute sweater dress. Besides that, I was like, what do you, and Kellen, I was happy to see Kellen, but other than that,
It was fine.
yeah. But her saying this now, you're just trying to make it to the end. You're just trying. Oh well, let me. If they're gonna send me on another date, then sure, I'll go on another date.
Yeah.
Mm, a little bit. I don't think you're my person. I don't think that we're the right fit. I don't think. Yeah. Oh gosh.
So this is how you know Sabrina is playing games.
Because I don't think you're
Because
my
you
person.
said this whole season, you said in the same episode, you are going through the process. You're not terrible. You're not a terrible person for making all these different connections and dating multiple people. And you still need time to figure out what's right for you. But you sat here and said, we're not right for each other.
We're not right for each other.
You're not meant for me.
Yeah, you're not meant for me.
It
We're
was
not
that easy. Why didn't you do this 2-3 weeks ago then?
absolutely should have done this 2 or 3 weeks ago. And after she cut Tori, she should have just cut Donovan too, and that's it. She's just playing game. She's playing the game. and she wanted to be on just the one more episode. And I just think, and now, of course, Dimitri, the D's, Dimitri is like, she was Dimitri's only connection, so now Dimitri left, so to me, and he said we're going to be leaving together but apart. I was like,
We
good.
need a refund on this season.
I absolutely
This is
agree.
all type of bull. Everybody just self-eliminating. We need a refund.
Say that again. We need a refund on this season.
Give us our time back, okay? Miami better be good, okay?
Give me my time back. I was like, this whole season is a mess. This whole season was a mess. This whole conversation with Demetrius. Oh God!
Look at his face. He looked pissed. He is mad.
So let me ask you a question. Stop right here. Don't you think that he was surprised and shocked? Don't you think that he was, even if he didn't?
Yes, because he's been asking her the same question this whole time, and she sat down in 2.9 seconds and said, "You're not right for me. You're not the man for me." And he said, "Oh wow!" Like, because he's been asking her that. They've all been asking her that.
And even Donovan's, I feel like her and Donna may have had a conversation that was about that. I also think, and somebody said this on another round last night, that some things might be some things may have happened behind the scenes that we have not seen. Just like you said earlier, I definitely think something else went on. We might just be past the 14-day return policy, though. Yeah,
he didn't want to hug her. He was like, I guess.
He was just shocked.
He made like a grunt, like it was hard for him to even like. I was like, yeah, look, like what do you think he's thinking? Like, I didn't put all this. I think he's thinking,
yeah, I'm done. I can't believe this. Like, she put me all through this, and now she's gonna tell me this. Yeah, this show. This whole thing, because she was saying, I want you to, put in that effort. And then when he does, you're not my person.
Yeah, well, that's what we got for Ready to Love this week. We're at the 30-minute mark, so make sure you hit that like button, double check that you're subscribed. Now we're going to get into Put a Ring on It. This is season 3, episode 4. Let's get into the mess of it all. That was definitely a church hug. He had the space. He was.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Reunion's gonna tell it all.
Is this
so? What do you think about the tit for tat? Because here's the thing, Otis is a problem. He is a problem. But she feeds into it, and she's part of the problem because she has the tit for tat revenge syndrome too. So I feel like it's not all Otis. I feel like it's her too. I feel like she's toxic as hell. She just is toxic as him.
I don't know if she's just as toxic as him. I will say that she does feed into it. I do think that she's annoyed with the double standard that Otis gives, but Otis gives me a little bit of Eric from Mavs season before last when they were
the
sitting
military
in the car.
Guy. Okay.
The pilot when they were sitting in the car, and I was like, oh my gosh! And he's thinking now he's about to pop her. I thought this man's gonna backhand her. That whole car scene was I just felt like that whole car scene was very problematic. But him going back and forth with Dr. Ponytail was a trip to me. Like, he wasn't even listening. He does not.
No.
He's sitting there. Okay, you don't want to listen to Charlena. Is that her name? The other girl is Shay. They're all SHs. Shorty, Charlena, and Shay.
They need to lie in chat.
Yeah. So he doesn't want to listen to her, but he still won't listen to Dr. Ponytail. So if you're going to sit there and want advice, or you're going to sit there and sign up for this show in front of an expert, but you don't want to but you want to go back and forth with the counselor, I just thought, just take the camera off him, because he just it was constant tit for tat. It was constant back and forth with doctor as well. It was a.
Yeah,
It
and
was
when he got in the car and he said, "You're not going to be presenting me like I'm the problem and not taking accountability," and I was
Mhm.
like, so
When are
I'm
you?
starting to think maybe he just came on the show for exposure. I don't think he came on the show for this girl,
You came on
but
the show to say I'm right.
right.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, I will get further into the episode, but I feel like I see how it's a little bit of her. I think we can't put all of the blame on Otis.
But we
But
know. So here's the thing: if you know how I hear what you're saying a little bit, because if you know how Otis is, and then you're
she knows that at 3
he's
years she
feeding
knows
into it,
exactly how this man
right? So
is.
she should have just
But
been gone and out the door.
but she
So.
chose to go on a show about deciding
Mhm.
to marry him or not.
So I hear what you're saying on that. Like she is feeding into it a little bit. She does. She wants the accountability. She wants him to acknowledge her. She wants him to say, "I'm right." She wants to. She wants to hear him say that she's right, and it's never going to happen. So stop doing this tit for tat thing with him. It's not going to work. It's just, and it's going to make it worse. It's going to make it worse. Okay, y'all. I have a question. So, do we know how old Kenneth is? Because it was like
I've heard a lot of things. I heard he was 36. I heard he was 31. I heard,
it's either
I don't know.
23. He just looks like such. I mean, okay. Um, this whole scene here as well. I just think it just seemed really okay. This scene with him and the scene right before they go out on the date. I guess we'll see that in a second. But I was thinking 23. I was like, is he not? I was like, he's 23 and she's 36. Okay. He was like, Shorty she don't get it. She don't get how much I want to be with her. She don't get how much I am devoted to her. I don't want to do this no more. I was just like, yeah, boy, little boy, stop. I just this whole thing, them
So
two.
do you believe, because a lot of people are saying Shorty came on the show to get away from him, like this was her way of trying to get like a safe escape from him?
I think that that might be true. And I hate to say that because I would think as a grown woman that you would have that you would be able to get away from him, but she has tried to get away from him so many times. Don't trust a brother with a helicopter on his shirt. Yeah, not it's not a good look. I was like, what are these polos that he's been wearing? But uh the first time that they broke up, she moved to a whole new place and he followed her there. He'll go to her work and he'll camp outside of her work. He's been doing all of these little things. So I think that might be a point because I'm just like, you're smarter than this. What are you doing? So I wouldn't put it past her.
I was, for me, it was the way his like face was curling up, like his nose, his mouth when they're in the apartment. And
Mm-hmm.
she was saying like, if you're not giving me what I want, then I'm out type of thing. And he was just making these faces like he
He
was
was
trying to hold himself back. And I was
absolutely.
like, this is crazy. Like
He
I
cried,
don't
and I was like he was almost in tears. That's why I keep asking, how old is this man? Because she has said to him, because she said to us in the camera. So I feel like she said to him more than once, "You are not where I want to be as far as being married to you. You're not marriage material right now." I feel like she has told him that plenty of times, and that emasculates him, and that makes him feel bad, and that makes him feel insecure. But it's like he's trying to prove himself to her.
But
It's
I understand Kenneth, because you brought me on the show trying to see if marriage is an option, and then you tell everybody you paying the bills. He's not responsible. He's immature. He's this. He's that. And so, like he said multiple times, you make it seem like I ain't nothing. Like, and I agree. Like, why bring him on the show if you
yeah, don't
know
even do
he's
it.
all the things that he's not? Why bring him on the show?
And that's what I'm saying. She has said to us, he's not marriage material right now. I don't want he's not in the right place to be married right now. So if that's what you think, then don't bring this little boy in the show. Yeah, he just looks sad. Like he's like so devoted to her, but she's not in it. She doesn't. Mm-mm.
What do you think about her not wanting to go on another date with Hollywood? When it was clear as
Okay.
day they were just friends, but
What's funny about that is she said that she that's what I didn't like. I'm telling you, because her example or her reason for it, she said, if I'm devoted to Kenneth and starting to have feelings for Hollywood, I don't want to go on the date with him again, because I know that my feelings will get stronger. I was like, girl, you sound stupid, because so you're saying that Hollywood said all the right things. He wanted to pray with you. He wanted to talk about things that you wanted to talk about, but that's what you didn't want to do because you're devoted to this little boy. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So that I just heard her explanation was just stupid. It didn't make any sense. So
I think that I I do think she was on the show for exposure, but I think even more so, she's afraid of being alone. And it's like you see how she kind of she's got a little pep in her step now that she's been on a couple dates with Hollywood, and now her confidence is there. Now she can get bold in the apartment and say certain
say
things.
things.
So I think she's afraid of being alone. She's starting to realize other men want me, other
I'll give you that.
men. So I'm
She's
like,
she's starting to feel desired in the way that she
yes,
wants to feel desired. Absolutely. And I
yes,
think that she with him, she doesn't feel desired the way she wants to be desired. She probably feels like she's with him being literally put up on a pedestal, and that's not what she wants.
right. So let's get into this. Let's get into this. She she says that they were out somewhere. A girl walks up and asks him for some money. He takes the money out his pocket and hands it to her. No introduction, no reasoning, nothing.
Misha, this is what I wanted. What if your man walked up to you, even if you're on a date with him, second date, or if you're with him for a year, and some girl says, "Can I have
High
you?
vibe. I'm not
Hey,
playing with you.
can I have some money?" And he just pulls out his money clip and gives him money, and doesn't even introduce you, doesn't even say, "This is my girlfriend." What would you do?
She definitely got a baby with that man. Whoever that woman was, she's one
There's
of the baby
no
mamas.
way.
It's
I was
more, he
like,
got more. I'm convinced he got more than one baby mama. And I felt like it was maybe a warning. Like the girl was like, give me some money or I'm gonna blow up your spot right now. So I think he was quick to just hand her the money. Look at that sweat dripping through the shirt. Like he is nervous. See this here. Let's
no,
let's
that's
let's
not the
break this
second.
down. Let's break this down. Certain people don't have it in them to cheat. Like this
Right.
type of dude should not be cheating. Like you shouldn't be
Absolutely not.
cheating, period. But this type of dude, you're a bad liar. You sweating all over the place.
And
You
this and
tongue tied. You laughing and
the laughing, the nervous
you don't.
laugh right there, the nervous girl, that nervous laugh, that just every time he starts laughing, I say that's because he's hiding something. That's because he's doing dirt. He's doing so much dirt, and that wasn't the only scenario. Remember the other scenario where they're trying to where what's his name? Alfonso. Get Fonzo. They're at some club. Get Fonzo. Get Fonzo, and he's trying to run out the club to get away from these girls that he has to know. Shay was like, he knows who those girls are. He's had to have been with them, but instead he's running away from them so they won't blow up his spot, as you just said. Like, there's too many scenarios. This girl Shay, since we've been on the
Ooh.
show, She's had so many scenarios. What does Janika say?
She said Shay has just has been disrespected the whole relationship, and like they say, once you let them slide, they start ice
Yes.
skating.
And this is what I also think. I think that she is just comfortable in it. Like she's used to it. And I think that she knows that he's not right for her, but she doesn't want to be alone. I think it's the same thing as with Shorty. I think that she's comfortable in the dysfunction. I'm telling, there's no way that you're happy about this. You also want him to recognize you, just like the whole. We're gonna get to the blow up at the restaurant in a second, but Dr. Ponytail said, pay attention to your other dates. She wants him to say, I look beautiful. She wants him to pay attention. Oh, do you have, okay, let's break it down. This man, there's too many scenarios of instances where she has been put in compromising positions and these DMs and everything. We'll go on because there's more. There's more. The scene in the bathroom where she's crying because he's going out on another date and he's dressed like a black Liberace? Really?
Ciao. But I'm with Jenica on this. Whatever you let slide, you like they're gonna test you. So at this point of 3 years of this mess, she's let too much slide. And so at this point, she got to pick a side. I'm gonna say that every single week. You got to pick a side.
You want to be unhappy in your Louboutins, or what do you want to do in your red bottoms?
So
okay,
we got Milan and Otis. What did you think about Charlonna's comments
that she was young?
Milan talking about she looks like a child. That's not his type. What did you think?
One, I thought it was his type. I think that, you're just trying to convince yourself. You're just trying to convince yourself.
What is the difference between Charlonna and her?
Absolutely nothing. I said, girl, she looks like you. She's a younger version. She might be a little bit younger than you, but she's a younger version of you. She looks just, they look very similar. So I was like, you're just trying to convince yourself of that. But she does look young. She does look young. She might, but that doesn't mean.
I think it's the dimples. She don't look that young to me, but I just think it's the dimples.
I think it's the dimples, and I think it's the blue hair. I think it's the ponytail.
Yeah.
But I don't think that she's substantially younger, but she does come off a little younger. So, and her every 5 minutes was talking about, he's just exercising with his daughter. He's exercising with his child. So, girl, stop. You're trying to convince yourself, and it didn't become cute anymore. Pay attention to your man. Pay attention to Mr. Brent.
Period. So, I agree. I thought she was just really jealous, and you really saw the tit for tat side of in her this episode. It's not only Otis, and it's like if him making the comment of you're dirty, you need to go shower, and then when he tries to kiss Charlonna and she goes, you're dirty, wash your hands. It's like,
she said you need to go but also I agree with her on that point. Like, don't come up to me. You just trying to show up in front of Brent. Don't come up behind me and try to kiss me. You're just doing that to say, one, he was trying to say I still am interested in you, but two, not in front of Brent. So I know that that's why he did it. But then she wanted to give that tit for tat and say, go take a. She was like, no, go take a shower. And he got mad. He got, you could see he was angry. It was actually kind of funny.
I think I was just like, why do they have this man Brent going through this? I just feel like he is too good of a man to be sitting through here for the stupidity of it all. I was like, and it just further let me know she doesn't even deserve a man like him right now.
I agree with that.
I feel like it's a waste of his time at this point. I was like, send him over here. Send him over here.
Brent is she's not in the place mentally for Brent yet. She wishes she was. She was like, even I gotta say, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Otis and Kenneth teasing at the little therapy session, and he said, I'm an astronaut too. And then Kenneth was like, I want to be an astronaut too. I actually thought that was funny. I actually was like, they're being funny. So just that part was funny. But I said, oh, you stop, you little boys. But I actually thought that was actually kind of cute. I thought it was like but I don't think mentally she's so impressed by him. Yeah, this is just not the right, this is not right to treat Brent like this.
Right. First of all, can we talk about the hypocrisy? Because you told old girl she needs to get a safety pin, and here you come with a mini dress, thigh high boots with your cleavage out.
But she's playing tit for tat herself. She was, but actually hers is a little bit more covered than the old girl from New York.
No, it wasn't. When she sat down, they were out.
Was it down there? Was it down? So what did you think of New York though? What did you think of this guy?
Listen. Don't leave me in a room alone with him. That's all I'm right. Saying.
You and I were thinking the same thing. Girl, I was like, I am not a fan of these little tiny braids on men, but sir.
He was giving a certain energy. I will give him that.
I was like,
yeah,
listen.
Totally.
Yes. Oh gosh. Yeah.
I was like, girl, like, and you over there trying to fight over a big old what's this Alfredo pasta child.
Alfonso Rose, you trying to fight it? Please, you need to pay attention to this one.
And he was
listen. I was like, besides these little tiny braids, this man
was fine though. I
can look past it. And I actually thought that I said, you know what? I said if they had a good date, I think that he would have been a really cool guy. I was like, I really, really trying to find out what he was trying to say. I said, oh, he might.
Them New Yorkers, they
every time. Are we going to the?
Let's get into Ty Cherie. First of all, if you got two first names, just know it's trouble. I don't trust no LaMarcus. I don't trust no Ty Cherie. I don't trust no LaDante. LaKeisha. I don't trust it.
So and Ty Cherie, she's 41. She said she was 41. I said, okay, you're closer in age to him.
Well, why do they keep picking these like video strip club looking girls to go on these dates with him? It's like they're trying to tempt him. They're trying to make him like they trying to get a Darian and Kai situation badly, and it's so obvious.
I totally agree with that. I said this is the same girl it's not the same girl as last week, but same look.
Like Ty Cherie, the other girl, and Kai, they look like they know each other. They all know each other.
They absolutely go in the same circles. And I said every time. Yeah. So before this though, she so wants him before the fight. Dr. Ponytail said, pay attention to your date. This is a test to see if you can pay attention to what's going on in front of you, if you can focus. But as soon as they walked in, she was enjoying herself, but honestly, I feel like she was a little bit like old girl from last season, that mentally, Shay has not been here. She's not been present in the show, in these dates, going along with any of it, right? So she wanted Alfonso, Ricky Rose, to pay attention to her. So we're sitting there talking, and Fonzo walks in, and so I'm Casper now. So he can't say hello. So he don't pay attention to me. No, he's not supposed to pay attention to you. That is not the thing.
Okay. I don't think Shay should have reacted that way, but I understand her frustration when there's been a history of him not acknowledging her to other people. There's been a history of him, girls running up asking for money, asking for different things, and he act like she not sitting there. So I could feel, I could understand part of her anger and being that he keeps on doing this. So I understand that part. Should he have came in and said, "Hey baby, you looking good tonight?" No,
Right.
but even on other double dates, like from past seasons, they acknowledge the person. They don't go up to them, but they say, "That's my lady over there." And we're on a date in the same, there's an acknowledgement that your significant other is in the room. He never did that. So did Ty Shanae, whatever her name is,
Whatever.
did
Yeah.
she even, I'm sure she picked up on the fact that that was his woman, but did she really know from the beginning? I think she maybe just thought this is some girl in the restaurant getting crazy with me. But hey,
It didn't even matter. She probably knew, but at the same time, she knew that they were,
because she put two and two
but
together. He never said
we didn't hear
that's,
him say it. But at
yeah.
the same time, she was like, excuse, she wanted to pay attention to him. But at the same time, this girl, she was trying to fight. She was trying to hear something. She wanted, they need to, this whole thing was a mess. She's like, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. You better get your girl Fonzo. Stop. Stop. This man don't want you.
Can we talk about the smile though? Look at the
Yeah,
smile
she
on
is
this
smiling.
man's face.
This nervous smile is this.
Is he
He's
even trying to pull her back? He's just like holding her hand, like sit down.
no.
Is he flattered by this type of behavior? Like,
Yes,
I don't.
yes, because look at him. Like you just said earlier, this man should not be cheating. But the fact that he's got two women fighting over him and he kept sitting there and not doing anything. And then finally he had to get up to get her out of there. Like, but I didn't blame Tysha Ray for Tysha Nate, whatever her name is, for grabbing that plate. She said, some woman coming at me. This girl, she said, okay, I'm listen, whatever's good, let her swing first, and I'm gonna do something. But him sitting there, and the New Yorker, I don't even know his name, but he knew that he had lost. He said, I was just trying to, he was like, look at me for a second. The New York guy, what's his name?
You a whole stranger talking about look at me, like that's supposed to
It
have
was
some Jedi
nothing.
mind trick
It wasn't
type
gonna do
of
nothing. She was
power.
already gone. She was already gone. It was this whole scenario is stupid. Just
It's stupid. We didn't even get to see Shorty and Kenneth's date. We gotta wait all the way until next week.
that's
But
right. But Shorty, Kenneth, in his just sad look on his face with the dark spots under his eyes, and he's like, she don't understand how devoted I am to her. And I'm just like, Kenneth, sweetheart, go back to DeVry. I don't understand. Just go back. This fight.
it's creative.
Let's start to go for a GoFundMe to help Alfonso buy a bra. Yes.
I
He's
can't.
one of mine. I'll give him an old one. I was going to donate mine, but like this whole scenario. Okay, this guy has given her so much pain. She is comfortable in the dysfunction. Like I said, there's so many scenarios where she wants to prove her love for some reason to a man that don't want her. After 3 years, he won't introduce you to his family. I don't know that he's introduced her to his kids. She wants kids, he doesn't. It's just so many things, but she keeps staying.
I do feel like she antagonized the fight though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, what'd you say?
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought you was talking to me. Blah, blah, blah. Like, and then for her, there was an opportunity. There's a door right there. She could have just walked out the door. But for her to keep walking, and now she's calling the woman a hoe, trash, this, that, and the other. What did you think was going to happen?
And then they get a fight in the parking lot. Oh, she absolutely antagonized that fight. She absolutely started something with the girl. Oh, you mad because your man is sitting here with a fine woman. Tysheree, seriously. Just and then you guys are going back and forth. So she could have walked out the door. She could have said to the guy with the little braids, she could have said, you know what, this is uncomfortable for me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's take our party somewhere else. But instead she wanted to fight. She needed the attention. If the attention's not back on her, then she needs to feel comfortable.
What do you feel about, because like even in the bathroom scene where she's crying,
that's what I wanted to go back
kept saying, well, it just hurts my feelings. I feel bad, and oh, she really cares about me. Like, I don't believe any of it.
I don't. So here's the thing: you see how much she cares about you, but you still won't do right.
Exactly. So you won't change the behavior.
You won't change the behavior. You see how much, she's like, we're going to be going on a date together, and now I'm going to be seeing you with another woman. Like, you could see how uncomfortable this is making her, but you're still doing your dirt. Besides this scene, she absolutely antagonized this fight. But besides this, all I can do is sit there and rub her back. I really feel bad. I feel bad. I don't want so. And I feel like he goes back and forth. Like, he still does the dirt, but he's the type of guy that will do the dirt and then call her 2 days later to apologize and bring her flowers and ask for her forgiveness. I bet you anything it's been a roller coaster with them for the last 3 years. And now this is how she acts. This is how she acts. Yeah, that whole bathroom scene was really actually kind of sad. I was like, Shay, you deserve better. But she doesn't see it like that. What did you think about that bathroom scene?
I thought I didn't understand the tears. I didn't understand where, like, maybe the process is just too much for her, right? Because of the history, because there's trust issues and all of that. I just didn't feel like his reaction was genuine to seeing her cry. I feel like there's a lot of men that think if they say that people will believe them, right. But I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't believe, and I think that the process is getting to her. I think that, and then this is what I feel like this is a third date. This is new in the process, and she's already getting uncomfortable, and maybe she'll start to relax soon. But yeah, this this whole scenario, then we're gonna have to wait till next week. But I do want to go back to Mr. Kenneth, and because I just think that there's something else going on here. Like, he's just, there's some stalker in him. There's something there. Like, he's so young, but sure, go ahead.
I don't know if y'all have seen Fatal Attraction, when they, and this is usually what they look like. They look a little sunken, and they have that look, and he just looked like he should be like, or he has been on Fatal Attraction before, and I'm just like, watch out, girl. Like,
yeah, he's staring into space, and she's actually looking at Dr. Ponytail, and he's like, okay, well, when I get home, this is what I'm gonna do, and she just won't understand how much I care about her, and how, I'm just like, all of the stuff that he was saying when they were sitting there waiting for her date, I was like, there's something. And then everything that she's been telling us, why are you telling us all of this, but then you won't go back out with Hollywood, who you really still like? If you really want to be with somebody that you're really interested in, and that's, she's like, is this what God has been opening up the doors for me? But then you don't want to date that person?
I didn't understand. It was, who else did that? Or was it Sean from last season, when he would say, I don't want to date her anymore because I don't want to get tempted or something. That's basically what she said, but I really don't feel like either one of them had a romantic connection with each other. So I was just like, I don't know.
Who is the bald guy from the Tyler Perry film?
Who?
I don't know who.
Who said that?
I don't know who Monique is talking about.
Looks like the bad guy in the
the bad guy. Y'all, sorry.
Ciao.
Yeah, I just this all of these shows, they make sure and pick very just people with issues, and then they're like, are you going to get married? Why would these people get married? They should be far away from each other.
Right. Well, that's what we got for today. Thank y'all so much for joining us. And make sure y'all like and subscribe and come back next week. We will be here at 3 p.m.
Yes.
Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, we will see you then.
Thank you guys so much. Happy Easter, and we'll be back. Yeah. Thank you. Good night.